when you're tied to the ropes. But here's a ref say free is your only hope. When they count you out, you'll be fit for no doubt. Let them don't hurt you. This'll be your last bout. I like to hurt people. I like to hurt people. Yes, he does. He likes to hurt people and make them run home to mama. Run home. I like to hurt people so much. Yeah. I like to hurt people. I like to hurt people. Come on, let me hurt you. Don't let me, I'll hurt you anyway. Hurt. Stretch it now. Hurt.
Okay, wrestling fans, welcome to this edition of the Back Alley Brawl, the official television show of IWA Pro Wrestling. I'm your host, Eddie Apples. You just heard the bell. We're underway with our very first contest here today. Maniac Mark from the Riot Squad squaring off against the man known as Viper. Bells rang, this contest underway. They locked up collar and elbow. It's Maniac Mark pushing Viper into a corner. You can see the Wizard circling around ringside. Wimpy Watson, known as the Weasel by you wrestling fans, circling around ringside. The managers both out there. This has the potential of being a very explosive contest here on the Back Alley Brawl. Wrestling fans, I want to thank you for checking us out. And remember, we are Ohio's own homegrown Major League Professional Wrestling organization. You can see Viper pushing Maniac Mark into the corner. Mark trying to tell the referee, Bud Hattery, to make Viper break and push him back. Maniac Mark claiming Viper had a handful of hair. I don't think that happened. Referee Bud Hattery going over to check. Of course, I don't know. I don't think even if Viper actually had a handful of hair, he would be in too big of a hurry to admit it to the referee. Both men circling around. Looks like they're going to lock up one more time. Collar and elbow. An arm wringer by Viper. Looked like he tried to go for an arm drag. Double arm wringer, cinches up big time on that arm of Maniac Mark. Pulls it into a hammerlock. That's a very painful maneuver, the hammerlock. Puts a lot of pressure on that shoulder region, on the elbow. Now it's Viper with that side headlock. And an arm drag by Viper sends the Maniac, the loose cannon, if you will, of the International Wrestling Lines down to the canvas. Referee Bud Hattery right on top of the action, checking. Viper driving that knee into the arm of Maniac Mark. Here's a good look at the Wizard. So this match has a potential of getting out of hand with both these managers circling around ringside. And of course, Viper and the Maniac, also known as very explosive individuals. They're not above going to the wild side if the match calls for it. Clothesline by Viper. And in the early moments of this contest, it has been all Viper. Wrestling fans, once again, I do want to thank you for watching the Back Alley Brawl. Leg drop by Viper. We got a lot coming up for you in this half-hour professional wrestling action, including for the IWA Heavyweight Championship. You're going to see the Coyote challenging Bull Miller. A lot of other great IWA wrestling stars here this week. Series of punches by Maniac Mark sends Viper down to the canvas. Snapmare by Maniac. Wrenches that neck over. Boy, that's a chiropractor's dream right there. You can see the Wizard getting excited here. Maniac Mark going to work on the leg, drops the elbow across the leg. Maniac continuing to work over that leg of Viper. There's an old saying in professional wrestling, the human body's like a table, and if you take one of those legs away from the table's going to be off balance. It's going to be easy to maneuver around. Maniac Mark pulling Viper up. Now he's got that rear chin lock, cinches up on it. Mark, a very, very powerful individual, as I'm sure Viper would now be attesting if he was able to talk. We hope you are enjoying this edition of the Back Alley Brawl, and I do want to remind you, if you are enjoying this action here on television, you'll like it even more live. And if the IWA or any of our affiliate promotions are anywhere near your town, whether it be the All-Star Wrestling Federation or Big Time Promotions or whatever, if it bears that IWA logo, big clothesline by Viper. If it bears that IWA logo, we want to see all you wrestling fans come out and enjoy professional wrestling live. Of course, it's great here on television, but it's just that much better when it's on live. And professional wrestling is probably the most exciting sport you're going to ever have the opportunity to check out. colorful individuals, such as the two men we see in the ring right now, the Viper and the Maniac. Series of knees by Viper. Referee Bud Hattery is going to break that up. You can see Weasel, Mr. Wimpy Watson, coming in to check out his man. Two roughed up individuals in the ring right now. Once again, they circle around. Maniac, punch to the head. Rams Viper's head into that turnbuckle. Viper hits the canvas, and for those of you who's checked out the turnbuckles, oh, here comes the Weasel. That's why he's got that name, the Weasel. You can never trust Wimpy Watson. He chokes Viper across that second strand of rope. Maniac bringing his eyes down across the bootlaces, literally, and that's a good way to blind an individual. A professional wrestler, like any athlete, can condition his body, but there's no way to condition those eyes. When you go through the eyes, you have the potential of doing a lot of damage. Whip across the ring by Maniac. Mark hits him with the big elbow, sends Viper down. Mark dropping the big fist, goes for a pin, gets count of 1, count of 2, and Viper is able to kick out. Referee Bud Hattery may be just a little slow in getting down in position on that. And once again, it's Mark, the Maniac, with that rear chin lock. Wrestling fans, I do want to tell you, this match is coming to you from Columbus, Ohio at the Back Alley Brawl TV studio, located at 1333 West 5th Avenue. Out of the ring goes Viper, courtesy of the Maniac. We do tape each and every week there in Columbus. If you're enjoying this action, we hope you can come out and check out the Back Alley Brawl live each and every Sunday. Start taping about 1 o'clock. It's a good time going to be had by one and all. And there's the Weasel, Wimpy Watson, taking that cane to the back of Maniac Mark. Excuse me, taking the cane to the back of Viper. Viper holding on to that back. You can tell he's hurting a little bit here and makes his way back into the ring. Kick by Maniac Mark. Punch to the, looks like the chest region, whips Viper across the ring, misses with a clothesline, misses again, and Viper hits with that boot to the gut, brings him down with a snake bite, rolls him over. He could be getting... Oh, here we go. Now the managers are in. They're both up on the ring apron. There's Bull Miller. He's got Wimpy Watson's cane and hits Viper upside the back. And he's rolling Wimpy Watson. He's rolling the Maniac up on top. The referee didn't see any of this. Oh my gosh, count of 1, count of 2, and count of 3. He got him there due to outside interference. Referee Bud Hattery didn't see anything that happened. The two managers, Wimpy Watson, even Viper's manager, the Wizard, inadvertently causing Viper to get defeated by Maniac Mark here in our opening contest on the Back Alley Brawl. I've said it before, you just never know what's going to happen in the realm of professional wrestling. You never know what's going to happen in the International Wrestling Alliance. You never know what's going to happen here on the Back Alley Brawl. Wrestling fans, we're going to have to get out of here. We're going to be back with more big-time professional wrestling action. Oh, my goodness, right after this. Men and women, all shapes and sizes, this is your opportunity to become part of the fun and exciting world of big-time professional wrestling. The International Wrestling Alliance, Ohio's own homegrown Major League Professional Wrestling organization, is offering you this unique opportunity. Call today for an absolutely free tryout.
Why do we want to wrestle? Because we like to hurt people.
Boys and girls aged 8 through 18, this is your opportunity to become part of the fun and exciting world of big-time professional wrestling. Learn the holds and the counter-holds of professional wrestling. Be seen on local television and amaze all your school friends. Don't miss this big opportunity. Call today for an absolutely free pro wrestling tryout. Okay, wrestling fans, we're picking up this match as it's already underway, and already they're outside the ring. We're just about a minute into this match. They went straight outside. You can see it's between Trevor Lowe and Jake Williams. Jake Williams with that dive over the top strand of rope, goes for a pin, gets a count of 2, and that's all he's going to get. We told you here, you are watching the Back Alley Brawl, the official television show of IWA Pro Wrestling, Ohio's own Major League Professional Wrestling organization, and this is where the big boys come to fight, and that's what these two guys are doing here. Trevor Lowe and Jake Williams, two of the top light heavyweights in the IWA. They're both, I would believe, contenders for that IWA Light Heavyweight Championship Tournament, which is going on. As a matter of fact, this is a tournament match right here, an elimination tournament we are underway with, trying to crown a new IWA Light Heavyweight Champion after the retirement of the Madman, Jesse Celica. And you see Jake Williams really working over the legs of Trevor Lowe, yanking that leg out. Jake Williams. And, of course, with the light heavyweights being so based on their speed rather than the power of the big guys, it's a good maneuver to really work on the legs, because if you take that speed away from, of course, taking away your leg maneuverability is going to deduct a lot of speed from any light heavyweight. And now it's Jake Williams going with a little bit of the rough stuff, some kicks, some punches. A roll up, he's going to get a count of 1, count of 2, and a kick out by Trevor Lowe. Only here on the International Wrestling Alliance, fans, and it's like these guys, they did come here to fight. These aren't millionaire players by any stretch of the imagination. They're just tough professional wrestlers trying to make a name for themselves. A roll up by Jake Williams. Got a no count there, actually. Kick out by Trevor once again. Williams picks up Lowe. Looks like he's going to set him up for, oh, bring that jaw down. And that's going to give you a new attitude right then and there. Looks like Williams may be getting just a little cocky, which is something you don't want to do. Ramming Trevor Lowe's head down into the canvas. And Trevor Lowe, one of the, well, both these individuals, two of the new breed of professional wrestlers, the young lions, if you will, of this great sport. And they're both fighting their way out here. Of course, this light heavyweight tournament, you know, there's a lot of talk about it. All these great combatants coming in here trying to emerge victorious in this light heavyweight championship tournament so they can get the belts, so they can get the money and the prestige that goes with the light heavyweight championship. And now it's Trevor Lowe picking up Jake Williams. Looks like he's going to set him up here for maybe a back suplex. Rising down to the canvas. Kind of lackluster, goes over there, gets the count of 1, count of 2, and a kick out by Jake Williams. Big mistake by Trevor Lowe. When you got a man down and hurt, you go after him. Now it's Trevor Lowe with a series of right hands to the facial region of Jake Williams. Got to be careful of that right in front of the referee, and surprised the ref didn't call him on it. That's referee Bud Hattery in there with these two light heavyweights. And looks like Trevor maybe setting him up for the pile driver. Trying to get him up here. No, he ain't going to do it. Backdrop by Jake Williams. Looks like Jake Williams tried to bring the elbow down, and Trevor was one step ahead of him. This has been a real tough light heavyweight contest up to this point here. Both these guys pretty well, seemingly evenly matched. And oh, well, that wasn't very sportsmanlike. A kick to the groin by Jake Williams. Of course, Jake Williams used to be known as the Gigolo at one time during his professional wrestling career. Gigolo Jake Williams. He's forgot that nickname a little bit. He's been trying to clean up his act as of the last year or so, but a little bit of that roughness still in Jake Williams. Low power bombing of sorts down Jake Williams. Jake Williams is really just laying on the canvas here. Trevor looks like he may be going up for some kind of high-risk maneuver. Goes up that second strand of rope. Drives down with a flying body press, gets count 1, count 2, and a kick out by Jake Williams. Of course, this is a double elimination tournament for the light heavyweight championship. Both of these combatants, to the best of my knowledge, haven't been eliminated in any single match yet. So, theoretically speaking, they could you could emerge as the loser of this contest and still go on in the tournament. But you don't want to get that first loss, because after the first loss, you're just one more pinfall away from being out of the tournament, out of the chance of the gold, if you will. Trevor Lowe telling Williams to come back. Now they're both into a series of big punches here. Both just unloading on each other. There's the bell. I didn't hear the referee call. We might have reached our 10-minute time limit here. Both these combatants just really unloading some heavy artillery. Trying to get the official decision. Both of these guys nose to nose. Tempers are running high here. Referee, well, I just got the official decision. Apparently this match has went to the 10-minute time limit. It is going to be called a draw. I'm sorry if you're keeping time at home. We did miss the first minute or so of our match. Okay, both these guys shake hands. Wrestling fans, we are going to be out of here. We'll be back with today's main event right after this.
Look, we got all these bookings to do. We got Detroit the first night, then we got Chicago the next night. We got to be in New Orleans later on that week.
I know, Mike, but the Battens are going to be on one of those shows. They've got to fly them in from West Virginia. We've got to find some way to fit them in, get them for the show, but then we've got to fly them out.
Hey, you guys got some information for me.
You got to call Ringside Confidential to find out.
Come on, please.
Ringside Confidential to find out.
It's a free call. Call now.
Okay, wrestling fans, and welcome to today's main event here on the Back Alley Brawl. Already in the ring is the Coyote, and he's challenging the man you see making his way towards the ring, the IWA Heavyweight Champion Wildwood Miller. There you can see his manager, the manager of the Riot Squad, the Weasel, Wimpy Watson. And this is going to be a one-fall contest for the IWA Heavyweight Championship. You see Bull interacting a little bit with some of our fans here at ringside in our IWA TV studios. I ain't for sure yet if the referee's actually called for the bell.
I'm sick of his mistakes. I'm sick of it.
You hear the Weasel in the background having a few words with fans. There's the bell. This match is officially underway. Both these combatants circle each other. Bull's notoriously, he's a very slow starter. He likes to manipulate a little bit, manipulate his opponent into working his style of match. You see he's already bailed out of the ring, having a few words with our fans here in our television studio, having a few words with the ring announcer, the Rippler, Mike Ripple, and referee Bud Hattery saying, hey, the bell's rung, let's get this contest underway. And they lock up here into the ropes. Of course, that is an automatic break. You get that 5 count. Referee Bud Hattery doling it out. Oh, Bull with a Bull with a slap to the face of the Coyote. Not a very smart move. Coyote, newcomer here to the IWA pretty much. He's only been wrestling about a year, fresh out of the IWA school here in Columbus. And Bull might be playing a little bit of mind games with him. Quickly goes to the ropes, which of course is another automatic break. Bull's very crafty at manipulating an opponent or trying to erase his ire so that he makes a mistake, and that's what happens when you get a little hot-headed in that ring. You have a tendency to make mistakes, and Bull's very good at teeing off his opponent. Once again, a slap to the face, and he's having a little fun here. Coyote actually went down. I ain't sure he's actually hurt from that. Maybe more or less just stunned. Bull always staying very close to the ring ropes there. Pretty much a safety zone, if you will. Of course, any hold or maneuver that is put on a man being reached the ropes, that's an automatic break. Bull tying Coyote in the corner. Coyote whips him around, slaps Bull in the face, and that's going to... You can see Bull ain't too happy when the shoe's on the other foot. Comes charging out, Bull in a bit of rage. Arm drag by the Coyote. Another arm drag by Coyote. The Coyote, series of arm drags. Bull ain't too happy. Backed up in that corner. I don't believe he can believe what actually happened here. Announced the Coyote after Wimpy Watson outside. That could be a mistake. Up comes Bull. Oh, that was a low shot by Bull Miller. Bull and Weasel, Wimpy Watson, along Maniac, Mark, and Cheap Gun Yellowfish, the Riot Squad. They work so well together. Shank Dorsley, let's not forget the Shankster, as he likes to be referred to occasionally. They're all underhanded individuals. They're all very sneaky, but they all work very well together in whatever combination they happen to be out there. And anytime you see that man, the Weasel, out here, you know it's going to be trouble for any one of the Riot Squad's opponents. Bull dropping that elbow on Coyote, holding down, gets count of 1, count of 2. Coyote's able to lift that shoulder off the mat. Bull picks him up, body slams him down to the canvas. Coyote's holding that head. Maybe he hit, couldn't really tell if maybe he hit his head backwards. Bull setting him up for a suplex, picks him up and over, snap suplex, rolls over. Gonna go for a pin, gets count of 1, count 2. And Coyote once again able to kick out. Bull having a few words with the referee. Apparently he didn't think that count was very quick. Coyote rolls him up from behind. Gets count 1, count. About a 1.5 there. Wrestling fans, we're going to take our last pause here. We're going to be back with the conclusion of today's main event right after this. Okay, man, Maniacs, you're watching the Back Alley Brawl, the official television show of the International Wrestling Alliance. The Back Alley Brawl is taped each and every Sunday at the IWA Television Studios in Columbus, Ohio, located at 1333 West 5th Avenue. If you're enjoying all this crazy, wild, insane man action, we want to see you at the next IWA television tapings.
says what's become of his son? A professional wrestler, just a no-good bum. I said, dear Dad, take back what you said, or I'll take you round to the shed and beat you till you're blood red. 'Cause wrestlers just wanna bust heads. That's all we do. We'll mangle you. Your life is hanging by a thread, 'cause wrestlers just wanna bust heads. You better believe what I said, 'cause wrestlers just wanna bust heads.
Okay, wrestling fans, I'm back on today's main event here on the Back Alley Brawl. It is for the IWA Heavyweight Championship. The Coyote challenging Bull Miller. You can see Bull's got Coyote in the corner, unleashing some of them big heavy chops. And those are the kind of chops made famous by the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Let me tell you something, they can really turn your chest into hamburger. Coyote spinning Bull around, unleashes some chops of his own, whips the Bull across the ring, comes in with that big splash, throws Bull down to the canvas, and the tide of this match has turned. Coyote going down, he's got those legs all tied up. Now he's got that arm. Coyote bending the Bull in some ways maybe Bull don't normally bend. Quickly gave up on the hold, though, and that could have been a mistake. That's a good maneuver there to wear him down. Bull going for a low blow. Sends Coyote down to the canvas, and that certainly turned the momentum of this contest around. Bull threatening to one more time go below the belt. Looking for some fan support. I'm surprised he's getting this from our fans here in our TV studio. And Bull with a quick boot to the groin region. I don't know, referee Bud Hattery's warned him about it. What kind of a, well, I mean, what's the warning? I mean, after a low blow like that, certainly took a lot of the starch out of Coyote, as it would any man. I think all you guys can identify with this. Bull hits with the big elbow. Now he seems to be just playing around a little bit. All right, here comes Coyote, saves the punches. Spin savant kick by Coyote, sends Bull Miller down to the canvas. You can see Wimpy Watson's over there. He's a little nervous now. Oh, Weasel putting Bull Miller's foot over that bottom strand of rope, which of course is going to mean an automatic break. Coyote's trying to alert the referee to the situation. He could have got a pin there, perhaps. Coyote whips Bull across the ring. Once again goes for that spinning kick, but he misses. Coyote very devastated with that spinning kick, but when you miss, you're hitting nothing but air, and you take the full brunt of the impact of that, if you will, when you hit the canvas your own self. Now Bull sends him across the ring, hits him with that claw, brings him down. That's one of the big finishers for Bull Miller. He's over above there, putting all his weight, all his pressure into there, and I believe he just got a submission. Referee Bud Hattery calling for the bell, and your winner on this here match, our main event here on the Back Alley Brawl, is going to be none other than the IWA Heavyweight Champion Bull Miller. You see the Bull once again putting the boots to Coyote. Coyote, of course, another one of the members here of our IWA Wrestling School here in Columbus, and he gave a very credible accounting for himself. And let's go up to the Rippler.
You are still the heavyweight champion.
Shut up, Cunningham. Heavyweight champion. What is this? Shut up. Bullshitter. 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 You know what the problem here is? Bullshitter.
Hey, boss man, I seen them pretty boys here. I seen them pretty boy batting twins here. What about? They're in the house. Where's my rematch,
Now there's our owner, Mr. Chris
Those
Kaz.
belts are mine. They are running, and we want their rematch. They've been wrestling everybody under the sun but us. That's all you do, Whippy. That's all you and the Riot Squad do constantly. Whine and sing these songs, sing these blues songs. Hell, I could have a can of alphabet soup. I could shit a better song than you sing, you know? Why you tall? No. What we're going to do is this. So the batting's, I mean, you're a good team. You're a good team. I give you credit for that. But the batting's fast.
They suck.
We're shots at the tag team championships, and the back what they've done.
You know what the problem is, boss man? The best stole the belt from the right squad to get with. And you're so far off the bat and pulling his ass that you have power to make a rematch. You know when you get the belt, the rematch they deserve.
Hey, the back can do whatever they want. They fulfill all their contract obligations with the IWA. They fulfill everything.
Just hand them off to us now, because you know you got that identity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the IWA Tag Team Champions, the battle is now down here ringside. Hey guys, you don't have to come out here if you don't want to. You can fill all your obligations. You don't have to be out here if you don't want to. Hey, we don't care.
Shake the crowd. Shake the crowd. Boss man, you got anything to make the match, and you make it right now, or we'll kick their ass right here and now. You understand? We'll kick your ass right
Let me tell you something, Mr. Wannabe Wrestler. Have never run from anybody. You want to beat bigger belts against anybody. And if you don't want a tag team title match, it doesn't make any difference to us. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now. We're not going to lay our belts down on the floor and say, hey, come and get it. You're going to have to kick our ass to do it. Hey, if they want it, you got it. You got it from the day. All right. Right next week. No, hey, I'm going to this damn company. We're going to do this one. We're going to do this one. Shut up, hotshot. If you want the match, we'll do it next time. We'll do it next time right here on the Back Alley Brawl with WWE.
Nobody idiot fans can watch on TV.
You got your wish, hotshot. If it's okay with you, it's okay with me, we'll do it right here. The only thing we gotta say is be careful what you wish for, gentlemen. That's all we got to say.